This photo was taken on Kodak Gold in the Nikon F3. And so we come to the final photo of this batch, shot on Kodak Gold with the Nikon F3. I want to say this was taken at sunset, though at first I thought it might have been sunrise. That's one of the funny things about all of this traveling that I've been doing so often for work. My schedule is tied to hotels in coastal cities, and the line between morning and evening sometimes blurs in my mind, but I'm fairly sure that this was Virginia Beach, and I had just come back from a day of work when I looked out of my hotel room window and I saw the sky putting on a show. How else is there to put it? What the photo captures is the sun straining to break through a veil of clouds, spilling light across the ocean in this radiant, almost painterly gradient. The clouds aren't just background here, they're active, sculpting the light into something dramatic, something divine. There's an otherworldliness to it, as if something larger than us was pressing through the atmosphere for a moment, reminding you that the sky and the sea are vast enough to dwarf anything we might be dealing with on the ground. And that leads me to talk about what makes this image for me, and what you might miss on first glance, which is the three tiny figures on the beach at the bottom of the frame. They look minuscule, almost like ants scattered across the sand, set against the immensity of the ocean and the sky. Without them, the photo would still be beautiful, but they bring scale and perspective, and with that, a kind of quiet poetry. They make the grandeur of the scene hit a little bit harder because you're reminded of just how small we are in comparison. There's a layering to the image too. The waves in the foreground, they're restless and kinetic, and they're contrasted against the stillness of the water further out, and then the towering expanse of the sky above it all. This is just one of those photos that kind of resists easy explanation for me. Part of why it speaks to me is hard to put into words. It feels spiritual in a way, not religious necessarily, but connecting to that sense of awe when you're reminded of how much bigger the world is than you. Kodak Gold, in its own way, helps that feeling along. The film renders warmth without exaggerating it, balancing natural color with just enough glow to make the scene feel timeless. And just as a closer to this whole video, this photo kind of sums up a lot of what I've been chasing with my camera this summer. Not just documenting places that I've been, but catching those fleeting intersections of light, landscape, and life. Moments that make you pause and see the world differently, even if just for a second.